be on there.
We're usually not listed on the track.
Yeah, I don't know what you're like, but we're a family operation. Our grandkids are here. We ask that.
So these potatoes are planted from stock that we grew in the greenhouse, and we take potatoes, and sometimes we cut them, but we won't plant anything smaller than about a 1 ounce piece. But anyway, we plant these in 3-foot rows, and they're planted about 40 to 42 inches apart. And we even have, the way our planter is set up, this one, they don't drop side by side, they drop like this. And that's to keep more separation between the plants.
Oh, wow.
And because we want the tubers, which are the potatoes, the tubers from each plant separate, totally separate, into the little bags that they're bagging them into. And we call these, they're nuclear, that's the official name, nuclear, but we call them the mother plant. Next year they get planted back as a group or a unit, but we call them families, and that's first generation off of that mother plant. So that's first generation, family, and so we plant, so next spring we'll take the potatoes from each of these plants, these bags, we dump them out. We've got a little machine that has discs on it that rotate, go through a disinfectant bath as they're rotating. So every cut is disinfected and the blade is disinfected. But anyway, they cut all these potatoes into pieces by hand, put them back in the bag. We dip them in a liquid treat for fungus and insecticide. And then we plant them back in a family. So next year they get planted back in this family. That's again 2 rows, 36 inches apart. But then when the bag is empty, we leave a break in the field about 2.5 feet. And then we start with the next bag, and we do it again, and the next bag. And so the potatoes from this, when we plant them back, it takes us about 2 weeks to plant them.
Wow.
And we can plant our whole crop, 400 acres, in a week, but this takes us 2 weeks. It's just very labor intense. And then those all get tested for viruses. So we have leaf pickers come in from MSU. They go through and they randomly pick 10 leaves. They pick 10 leaves out of every family.
Okay.
And those get tested. And if there's any virus, we come in and eliminate the whole family. And this last year, we only had 1 positive in the whole thing. And that's out of about 12,000 plants. So, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
How about this crop here from last year? How did it fare?
We had it tested last year. And this year I haven't got all my results back yet. But last year we had these tested, and they came back 0 here. Nothing with virus. But when we're digging, I have one person following the digger, and he's randomly just picking an egg-sized potato, and he's just kind of randomly picking them, not keeping any track of anything, just keeping the varieties separate. And then those potatoes, along with samples from all over the state of Montana, they go to Hawaii, and they're grown down there. They get planted about the middle of November, and about the 1st of January, again, they pick leaves and they test them. And so even though these came back with all negatives last year, when we tested them in Hawaii, we had 1 positive hit.
Wow.
And we feel that must have been an aphid that picked something up somewhere and hit 1 plant before we got them harvested.
Wow.
Because our leaf picking, when they picked the leaves, was only 10 days before we harvested them. And so something came in there and hit one plant.
Wow.
And we found that we found that whole family, because then we tested again, and that was the family I told you had a positive this year. And anyway, so it's a double test.
Darn.
But so this is kind of the core of the whole thing.
It's sure new to us.
Yeah, it's totally different. It's totally different. You know, when you're in the foundation seed industry, you know, it's totally different than when you're just, you know, you're buying seed and raising a crop and selling it to the elevator or selling it whatever. But when you're in the foundation seed industry, it gets pretty technical. But it's that way with corn and grains and everything else too, you know, but it's pretty technical.
Well, and Tanya said that it takes 5 generations before they're actually a potato chip.
Well, so yes, so the first year they're actually grown in the greenhouse. The second year they're in here. The third year they're first generation, is what they call it, first generation in the field, so to speak. And then it goes to second generation. Now we also sell generation 2 to other seed growers who don't take these 3 steps. So they're just buying generation 2 from us, selling generation 3 to the process growers.
Okay.
And so anyway, but we're doing these 3 steps as well. But so we sell, so yes, before it goes to the process grower, greenhouse, nuclear, which is what these are, generation 1, generation 2, then it goes to the process grower, and then what they harvest goes to the processor or the chippers or whatever. So it's actually 5, almost 6 years before that potato becomes
Wow.
eating potatoes.
Who would have ever thought?
That's all, folks.